Let me make sure I'm live, but if anybody's here, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just going to make sure that I'm actually live. This is always the question mark when you're going live by yourself. Let's see. Yes, it says we're live. Hi, everybody. I know it's been a while since I have been on this side of my channel. Just life has been very busy. Nothing bad, just very busy. So I've been meaning to do this for 2 months now. This is a very, 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 very overdue bookish hangout / bookish. What's the right word? Weekend where we just went to a bunch of used bookstores and I got to meet some book friends in person. So start this humongous haul. I don't normally post them, but it was needed. This is a lot. Okay. Oof. Heavy. Sorry for the bag crinkling. This first batch came from my local bookstore. I had unused credit from like a year and a half ago. So I went in one day looking for some things and I came out with a lot more stuff than I was intending to, but I only spent this whole entire haul. I only spent $30. This was all store credit. This one I was shocked to see because it's so brand new, but The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. I absolutely love this cover. I have never read anything by Robert Jackson Bennett, but a really good friend of mine, Ty from Ty's Book Corner. If you don't follow her, what are you doing? Hi! Hi! But I heard that this was a mystery, and I'm really curious because I'm a huge mystery fan, and he writes like fantasy mysteries, so I'm really curious. You have to bear with me bending down a little bit. And this is a memoir, How to Say Babylon. It's about someone surviving and growing up in the Rastafari. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, but the Rastafari religion. And I'm really curious. And June is Read Caribbean Month. So the author is Caribbean, and this is about her growing up in the Caribbean. So I figured this would be perfect. I forgot about this one. What do you think? I'm curious. Please tell me. Oh, perfect. Yay, that makes me feel so much better. You know my reading taste a lot too, so that makes me feel great because I've never read anything by the author, so I was really curious. This is technically for my other half, but I'll probably read it as well. We are huge Doctor Who fans, so we are. I'm newer to it. He's been watching it for years. I'm newer to it, but I binged like the first 8 seasons. So this one is Exodus Code by John and Carol E. Oh, that's his sister. Forgot this was the one by his sister. John Berryman himself, right here. So I was curious, and this was technically free because of my store credit. Now let's see how far we can get before the books tumble over. Yay. Excuse me. Allergies are horrible this time of year. And this is my other half is obsessed with Star Wars and everything sci-fi. So we found this, and who's this by? David E. Gallant. It's a novelization of The Empire Strikes Back. Thank you. Funny story there. Because the group that I'm a part of, my reading group that I'm a part of is called the Cozy Queens. So the friends that I co-host the book club with purchased me a tiara for, I believe this was my birthday. So I don't get to wear it that often, but I figured why not, since I haven't been on my channel in a while. And I found this in hardcover, which I'm so shocked about. Caliban's Hour by Tad Williams. I think it's a novella in between his Connected Worlds of the Osenard saga, which the last book in the saga is coming out some point this year, I believe. So I'm actually buddy reading it with some friends, including and Epic. But the channel, the book 2 discussion will be on my channel. We're going to rotate between everybody's channels. Oh, hold on. Ah. Why is everything falling? Again, apologize for the bags. Sorry if it makes you cringe. Trying to work very fast. Whoops. I'm really enjoying it. I didn't get as far as I would hope, but after this week, I'm hoping to dive back into it. These are the Barchester novels by Anthony Trollope, and I was so shocked to find the majority of them all in this little tiny hardcover. And it doesn't have small type, which is nice because a lot of classics do, which is annoying as someone who has to wear glasses. Let me see, which ones are in here? This is the last one of the Chronicles of Barsetshire. The last Chronicles of Barsetshire. Again, apologize for the allergies. And this is the Pills novels. Phineas Finn. I've never heard of this one, but I really enjoy Anthony Trollope's writing, so I'm very, very curious to pick this one up. That was bag 1. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let me know and we can buddy read it. No pressure to get to it fast or anything, but let me know. We can definitely buddy read it for sure. I picked up a copy at the used bookstore of Les Miserables. This is just a floppy paperback version because I'll be joining a read along for October and November, I believe, where we'll be reading Les Miserables for those 2 months. And I had a original hardcover that I believe either was my grandmother's or my grandfather's, but it's because Les Mis is so big and chunky, it's very hard to actually physically hold and read. So I picked up this little cheap floppy paperback so I could take it and put it in my purse or my backpack. I forgot about this one. Okay. I'm going to be doing a separate comic book haul, but since this was stuck in the bag, my boyfriend made me pick it up because I'm originally from New Jersey, so I thought this was just funny. Apparently, this is the first of 9 volumes, and I'll have to see if I could pick it up, but it's really funny that all the gods are based in New Jersey in this volume, which I think is hilarious. Okay. More Doctor Who. You can see a theme here. A lot of Doctor Who. A lot of Doctor Who. Now, this is one I've never read, and I'm shocked that I haven't read it because so many of my booktube friends have read it, and I'm curious. Sounds perfect to me. And I don't know if you've read this. Leviathan Wakes by James S. Corey, aka Daniel Abraham and Ty Frock, I believe. But it's a nice floppy paperback. It's not in bad condition for being a paperback. And the last one of this section of my used bookstore shopping, this is all from my local used bookstore. I picked up a copy of Sir Walter Scott's Ivanhoe. And I've heard that this was the inspiration for some of the stories based around Robin Hood. So I'm doing the classic series still on my channel, and this is one that I've always wanted to get to and I've never read. And for being a mass market paperback, it's not cracked, which is very hard to find, especially in used bookstores. Now, this is the one section where I did spend my own money. My other half and we went to Nashville for the weekend to hang out with a bunch of my Bookish friends because they were coming into town. Christine and Jenn. Christine is from the channel Live from the Library. She does her library. She does live reading sprints every Tuesday evening. And also Jenn from Genderqueer. I met her, and my friend Tanya, who I became friends with through Instagram and other people's sprints. So we all get to hang out, and linked down below is the vlog that Jenn put together and that we filmed little snippets while we were all hanging out. It was a lot of fun. We're definitely going to do it again. But the next day after we hung out, my boyfriend and I went to Parnassus, which is owned by Ann Patchett. So I've never, ever, ever read a Ann Patchett. So I had my boyfriend pick this out for me. It is called The Magician's Assistant, and because this is her bookstore. Where is it? I know I have it here somewhere. It is a signed copy. So I'm really, really curious to get to it. Hi, Liz. How are you? This I also picked up at Parnassus, which is the name of Ann Patch's bookstore. It's really, really cute in there. It's not that big, but it's really, really cute. The Custom of the Country by Edith Wharton, again, with the classics. I'm trying to go back to what made me fall in love with reading, which, believe it or not, was classics. And I've never read Edith Wharton besides, I think I read sections of The Age of Innocence in high school. But I've seen the film and I love the film. I don't know how accurate it is, but I still love the film. Again, with the classics, House of Mirth. This I did read in college. I haven't read it since my sophomore year. So I was like 21. So I want to reread this because I think it's things that went over my head when I was younger. I think that now I'm a more seasoned reader. Maybe I'll understand things a little bit better. Hold for a drink. Sorry, my allergies have been really, really bad. This one I'm really, really curious about. This is called Ocean's Gridori. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but it's by Ellen Yu Cho, and it's translated from its original Korean. I'm trying to see if a translator was different. But this came out earlier this year, and my boyfriend, not being as much of a reader as I am, he picked this out, and we're going to buddy read it together and possibly discuss it on my channel. Whoops. Yes, exactly. That's why I've been slowly picking up ones that I didn't like when I was younger that now I might like. Hi, Epic. If you ever want to buddy read them, we can definitely do that and have a discussion if you like. But I wanted to get into translated fiction a little bit more this year, and I've never read anything translated from Korean, so this will be new for me. And this was published in America in January of 2024. Oops. There we go. And this we picked up at Mr. McKay's in Nashville. I have yet to read a Catherine Arden, but Jenn recommended this to me, and I saw it for less than what it costs for a brand new copy, so I picked that up. I'm really excited. I've heard it's beautiful writing, and if you like classics, that this is very beautiful writing. So I'm really, really curious about that. Ooh. Epic, you'll love this. I found Shadow March by Tad Williams. in this nice floppy paperback. I don't know where this, I know this is still Osenard, but I don't know if this is directly after the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn trilogy, or if there's anything in between. I'm not sure. But I love these old school covers. We were having a discussion on Epic's channel and talking about how much we love the old school covers. And here's an example of what I love about old school covers. Okay. These two are from Nikki Payne. They're retellings of Jane Austen in modern day, Sex, Lies, and Sensibility. So it's retelling Sense and Sensibility. I know, right? Like, that cover's amazing. I think it's book 4, but it's technically considered a standalone. I'm not sure. They are. They need to bring them back. Yeah. I think the 4th and last one in the Ostenard world is coming out this year. I forget when, because it was supposed to come out last year, and because everything's being pushed back publishing wise. And this one is also by Nikki Payne. It's called Pride and Protest. So I'm really, really curious to read. I love reading retellings of Jane Austen because I love seeing people's different take on a classic. This I also picked up while I was at McKay's, and I don't know if you, Epic, have read this or not, but Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. The only Kazuo Ishiguro that I've ever read is Remains of the Day, and I've heard fantastic things about his more sci-fi, and I'm really, really curious. I'm with you on that. I'm a sucker for Austen retellings. I'm a sucker. Oh, you've read this one? Oh, so excited. I can't wait to get to it. And I love how short it is. He writes fantastic works in like short page counts, which I love. Liz, this will make you very happy. I picked up Young Queens, 3 Renaissance Women, and the Price of Power by Leah Raymond Craig. It talks about Catherine de Medici, Elizabeth and Mary Tudor. Queen Elizabeth I and Mary Tudor. She was also called Bloody Mary back then. But this is a nonfiction about the 3 women and what happened to them because of the price of power. So I'm really, really curious to pick this up. I found this at a used bookstore, and it literally, I don't think it's out in America. So whoever gave it to the local used bookstore, I appreciate you. Ooh, really? I always love finding out everybody's favorite author. So I remember really loving Remains of the Day. And have you seen the film? Because I love the film. I saw the film first without realizing it was connected to a book until I was in college. Again, with the classics, I found a used copy, but I don't think anybody ever read it. of the Buccaneers, a novel by Edith Wharton. This is technically, I believe, her unfinished work. Someone else, after she passed away, came in and finished it. Like, I think one of her relatives. And I remember loving the original adaptation from the 90s. Like, I watched all these adaptations without realizing they were connected to books when I was a kid. Hold up. I'm trying to prevent an avalanche. Hold, please. This is this one I'm really excited for. I would recommend it because it's a fantastic film. If you just have like a lazy day and you're looking for something to watch, it's fantastic. Yeah, I'm in no rush to read it, but let me know when you get a chance to get to it, and we can definitely buddy read it for sure. Absolutely. I knew you would love that because it's nonfiction and it's a certain time period. But this is also nonfiction. This is by Joan Didion. I was a journalism major in college, so Joan Didion is very well known to me. And this is about her music writing. And not many people know this about me, but I love all the music that came out in the 60s. Like, I grew up on the Doors, 60s and 70s, grew up on the Doors, Led Zeppelin, all that kind of stuff. So she got to speak to a lot of these bands that were popular back then, and these were all the collective writings of that time period in her life. It's called Slouching Towards Bethlehem. And he passed away a couple of years ago, which was really sad, but she still writes in such a beautiful way. And to find this for as cheap as I did, I was very, very excited. Whoops. And this is the last book I believe I fully paid for. This is The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. While I was in Parnassus in Nashville, I saw that they had a signed copy, so I picked that up. And this bookmark is just so cute. This is their store bookmark. So Catherine Arden is on the docket this year for sure. More Doctor Who. This one is the the Glamour Chronicles by Una McCormick, and this one is by Jenny Colgan. I love like the old school mystery cover of this one. And this is a slightly used copy of Ethan Frome and the Summer by Edith Wharton. You can see a theme here. I've just been picking her up and filling in the yeah. Hi Courtney, how are you? It's been forever since I've gotten a chance to talk to you. I hope you're doing well. Whoops, the computer's glitching. Hold on one second. There we go. I'm trying to see if this is nonfiction or not. Whoops. And this is like a nonfiction about Edith Wharton. And the short works were put together by Linda Wagner Martin. And this is her book, To Glimpse at the Moon by Edith Wharton. I love these different covers. I'm sorry for the super shininess. And it's like reflecting off my window. Oh. Yeah, it was lovely. My boyfriend just took me to a bunch of used bookstores, and I met up with Christine and Jenn and Toya. So it was so much fun. And there's a video link below in the description of a little vlog that Jenn put together and put on her channel, which was so much fun. And then this one is Ronin, a Visions novel. It's a Star Wars. And it's by Emma Makiko Candon. I apologize if I butchered that last name. I apologize. This one I found randomly at like a little free library. A mystery of mysteries. Ugh. Apologize. The Death and Life of Edgar Allan Poe by Mark Dowowitz. I love Edgar Allan Poe. Not many people know this about me, but I love Edgar Allan Poe. So, is this considered nonfiction? I guess it's just discovering, like, or having questions about his mysterious death. So I'm really, really curious. And the cover is just awesome. We're all cover buyers at one point or another. Oh my goodness. And this is The Spectacular by Flora Davis. And it's a, consider that. I'm just going to give you the tagline here. A thrilling story about love, sacrifice, and the pursuit of dreams set among the glamorous and glitz Radio City Music Hall in the mid-century heyday. And I love that time period because I grew up not far from New York City, so, and the Radio City is just beautiful. Hold 1 second, the comments just hopped. Yeah, the cover is just, and it's a book of the month, and I bought it used. Did you like it? because I'm curious, because I know you love Poe like I do, Jamie. Why did I say Jen? Jamie. Sorry. Yeah, we all are. We're all guilty of buying stuff just because the cover's awesome. Let me see if it'll let me scroll down to the comments. Oops. Why is my computer glitching? Oh, I like that. And it's very, very short. And I know that there was a huge portion of his life that he lived in Philadelphia. So I'm really curious about that one. The covers are awesome. Yeah, that's fair. I have a hard time reading like non-fictions. Ooh. Okay. 2 more books left on this humongous book haul. So, a novel of the Marvel Universe, X-Men, Days of Future Past by Alex Irvine. I just got finished watching 97. No spoilers, I promise, but I'm obsessed. So, my boyfriend saw it when we were in the store with Jenn, Christine, and Toya. And he was like, we must get this. So I said, sure, let's go for it. And I had to pick this up because it's a year in the life of Downton Abbey. So it's a coffee table book about the filming of Downton Abbey, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. So I had to pick it up. And for $4, which AKA, I think altogether in this haul, I spent $30.78. But that was over 4 different bookstores. So not too bad for as many books as I got to pick up. And it actually helps because I'm working on a couple projects, which I was looking for these books to assist with those projects. So I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds really interesting. I've read other books, other historical fictions by the author, but I've never seen her cover that time period, so I'm really, really curious. Yeah, I'm not alone. I'm obsessed with it. My mom got obsessed with it and binge watched it after it was done, and we love it so much. I don't normally shop like this, but since it was a used bookstore and I mainly used credit when I was buying all of this, like I think at the one bookstore I paid 78 cents. The other bookstore I paid $20, and like the other bookstore I paid like 11. And the only book that I bought full price was the Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. Ooh, I didn't know there was a recipe book. I'll have to search that one out and see if it's at my used bookstore. But thank you for everybody who's here. Very long book haul, very belated book haul because the trip I believe was in April and it's June. So they've been sitting in a bag preparing to like do this, but life has been really busy. Nothing bad. Just very, very busy. But I do have a lot of content coming. I will have the discussion for the Stone of Farewell. I'm nowhere near finished that, so that'll be coming when the group finishes reading that, because it's huge. I will also be having a discussion at some point in July about Sense and Sensibility with my friend Evie. Let's see, what else? I will be doing a comic book haul, because this was not everything that I purchased, but I purchased so many comics on store credit that this would be a 2-hour book haul, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to do a separate comic book haul. That's coming. What else is coming? I'm going to be doing some loan reviews of books that I'm going to read for Jane Austen July. I will be taking part in Jane Austen July this year. So I will be doing a lot of content for that. Keep your eye out, because I will be dropping something in late June for July. So keep your eye out. Let me think. What else am I doing in July? I have to look at my content. It will be a content-filled summer, I can say that much. August, I will be having a joint review and discussion of, I always mess up the title, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I will be having that conversation with my other half, my boyfriend. That's his favorite book. So we challenged each other to read our favorite books. So we're finally getting to that discussion. Let's see. I know Epic and I and everybody discussed talking about some other things, but I'm not pressuring it. So whenever the content comes out, I'm not going to stick to a schedule, because life is a lot. Nothing bad, but I can't make promises of when I'll release content. I'll release content when I'm ready for it. And trust me, Epic, I am working on that friendly rebuttal to your hating happy endings. You know that you did. So that is coming. Book club books. I can actually discuss, since everybody's here, my current reads. Oh yeah. Whew. I am buddy reading this with two friends of mine, Dee from Through the Pages with Dee, and Kindles with Kicks, Darko from Kindles with Kicks. I've never read any Ralph Ellison. This is the first. I am about 120-ish pages in. And this is a very heavy book, but I think very important. I'm enjoying his writing style. It's different than what I'm used to, but I'm enjoying it. I'm also reading The Stone of Farewell, The Beast Within by Serena Valentino, and a indigenous horror book called Indian Burial Ground by Nick Medina. That I have through the library, so I only have an audio copy of that one. So I'm in the middle of a ton of stuff. Yes, exactly. That's kind of why I'm just kind of releasing content when I want to, and agreeing to buddy reads with people and taking part in discussions. I'm not stressing myself out this year. Yay! And if you need someone to like edit or anything, I used to work in copy editing, so if you need anything, let me know. But again, dropping something in for July in June, so I won't say much on that account yet. See what else. Oh, I have an author interview coming up. I'm just trying to figure out when our schedules both work out for the author and myself for one of his new books coming out. So that's exciting. If you've watched my content before, it's the author Robert P. Otone. And I love all of his work that I've read so far. And this one is one of his middle grades. And that's all I'll say. If you're still here, Jamie, I'm just going to tell you, whenever we drop that video, you're going to want to watch it because it's totally something up your alley. For sure. I'll keep you posted once we figure out a interview time and date. It's coming, I promise. It's coming. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Yes, but once I have more information, I will forward it to you because it's totally your jam. Yeah, this is his second middle grade, I believe. Yeah, second. And it's the one that I have read before is fantastic. And I'm really excited to read this one. I think it's coming out in July, I think. I could be wrong. But so we will be dropping a interview discussing that book. But I won't say much because I want him to be the one to announce everything. I think that's everything. And oh yeah. Okay. All right. So if you don't know, I'm part of a Who Picked This Book Club on YouTube. We will be discussing, this is the first one, Innocent Witness by Julianne Lindsay and Under Siege by Julianne Lindsay. These are the last two books of her series in the Harlequin Beaumont Brothers quartet, I think, because that's 4, right? Quartet, yeah. So that'll be the last Wednesday of the month of June. So again, I'm also leaving room to mood read. And I have a very few pre-orders for the rest of the year. So this is my big splurge. So there will be content in regards to comics coming in the next week or so. Let's see, am I missing anything? Epic, we're doing so much together, so am I missing anything? Like just discussion-wise or anything? But thank you everybody for being here, and I will be dropping a video next week. And once I figure out the dates of everything else that's kind of up in the air right now, I will release a schedule. Yes, that's in September. I'm waiting on PL to get back to me on like a day, like a date and a time. We have to figure that out. No, I did not. Thank you for remembering me. That's the 4th book, Alliance Pride. That was released in March. Yeah, March. In the Drowned Kingdom saga. I want to know what happens. He always leaves on such a cliffhanger. I love you, PL, but the cliffhangers kill me, and I know that's on purpose. But I want to know what happens. So I will be doing that with my friend Jenn, that I co-host a book club with, and Epic as well, with the a discussion with the author in September. So a lot of good stuff coming to the channel. And hello to all the new people, because I've had a lot of new people in the past like 2 weeks subscribe. I appreciate that, and it means a lot to me. And I want to say hello and acknowledge that I have some new people watching. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for everybody in the chat, and thank you for everybody watching on the replay. I appreciate. Sending love to everybody. Take care of yourselves and read a good book. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.